Gary, the Rangers Online Coaching Academy was launched back in November. Can you explain what its purpose is and some of the successes of it so far?
Yeah, no problem, Nick. Hope you're well. I think firstly, it's the first time Rangers have had one resource in best practice for coach education, which I think is massive as we start to move forward. The online academy has now been used right across the full club. So whether you're a soccer academy coach working in grassroots, in the boys football academy or in the girls and women's programme, we're now sharing best practice in terms of coach education right throughout the club. Again, if you're a grassroots coach and you're accessing someone like Peter Lovencrans or Kevin Thompson or Alan Boyd's session plans, and you're receiving webinars from the staff within the academy or Malky Thompson within the women's programme, this is really motivational for staff right throughout the club. And I think what it's also doing, it's creating that one club mentality now, and it's also bringing the football and the commercial department a lot closer together. I think as part of the kind of international strategy over the last couple of years, we've been building really well and creating really strong long-term relationships now. And with this online academy being put in place, we'll be looking for initially the clubs that we're working with to start utilising that. And obviously with the two official partnerships that we've got with Bengaluru and Orange County now, it's fully embedded within both those clubs, which is first class. And both clubs have received webinars from Head of Academy Craig Mulholland, Graham Murty, Jamie Ramsden and David Stevenson, and that's covering everything from the game model, the structure of the academy, performance in sports science, and also from a scouting perspective. So we're fully embedding our departments into these clubs as well as they start to utilise the online academy. So that would be kind of two key success stories, if you like, that we're using it internally for the club, but also we're using it with the two official partnerships, and then we'll look to widen that as time goes on.
So can you maybe just explain this next step that you're now taking?
Nick, I think we want to be really ambitious with the online academy. As I said, it's the first time the club have ever had such a resource. So what we've done is we've kind of created three kind of packages, if you like. So if you're an individual coach who just wants to log on and see basically what Rangers is doing as a football club to develop its players, you can do that. We've also developed a package for the UK for clubs who again are looking to develop their club and looking at best practice and coach education. But ultimately, the aim initially was to look at that kind of international partnerships to basically bring it together. Because where it almost came from was we have Rangers staff heading abroad, whether that's America, Canada, Dubai, Australia, various different countries. And then we've also got the tours coming to Glasgow from their club. There was almost something missing. And this was almost part of the kind of jigsaw, if you like. So now we've got the camps, the tours, and we really want to embed what we're doing as a football club to assist these clubs throughout the world within their coach education.
You said already about the webinars. Maybe tell us a bit more about the types of content that clubs will be able to access from the new platform.
Yeah, I think it's important to thank Craig Mulholland, the head of the academy, purely on the access that Craig has given us to the quality of staff. We've basically got the best coaches in the country, Nick. We've got the best players in the country. So it's first class that we can now showcase our staff, our young players on this online academy, if you like. And we're showcasing the Rangers game model, whether that's sessions, practices, goalkeeping, performance and sports science, and player and kind of coach education pieces. It's a really exciting tool, and basically everything that we are doing as a football club within the academy is being uploaded onto the Rangers online academy, which clubs domestically, UK and internationally, can now gain access to.
The name Rangers, when you're speaking to international partners, how helpful is it to have a brand that's recognised around the world?
It's absolutely massive, and it's the reason why we're creating so many strong partnerships and relationships. It's a global brand. It's the most successful club in the world, and throughout my travels and the team's travels, when they mention the football club, it makes a huge difference, and certainly sets the tone for the conversations around creating partnerships for the future.
You mentioned that so far Bengaluru and Orange County have been using the resource. What feedback have you had from them so far?
I think the feedback's been excellent, from both sides. They're both using it on a daily basis, which is fantastic. They're feeding back that their coaches are interacting with it. They're having a discussion, and there's lots of strong communication between the coaches in both clubs, which is exactly what we want, and that's exactly what we want to do within Rangers, making sure that all the coaches are engaged with it, and making sure that we get the best out of this platform. But no, first class feedback to date.
You've kind of touched on this again already, but what are some of the markets you're maybe targeting with this fantastic new product?
So obviously, the two obvious ones would be America, with us having an official partnership with Orange County, and India, with us having the official partnership with Bengaluru FC. And that's great, but we also have a large presence now in Canada in terms of the clubs that we work with. So as we start to move forward, we'll be having really good discussions with these clubs to try and implement the Rangers Online Coaching Academy into their clubs as well. Australia, we have just signed 2 agreements with 2 clubs over there. And one of the clubs today has agreed to take the online academy. So it's first class to know that these clubs really value what we're doing as a football club, what we're doing from coach education and within the academy, and that they're willing to implement that within their clubs as well.
And just finally, in some senses, has this lockdown and the coronavirus made this an even more valuable resource, given the international travel bans and players not being able to meet with their coaches as often as they might like?
Absolutely, Nick. It's going to be vital for our department moving forward, especially over the next few months, until we wait to see when grassroots football is going to be back. So obviously over Northern Ireland, we've got Phil Cowan. He'll be driving the online academy over there. Peter Kennedy will be driving the online academy here in Scotland. And then Gary Crooks will be driving the online academy from an international point of view, and really engaging with the clubs as we start to move forward.